What is the point of all those push-ups if you can't even lift a bloody log?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 actors who got buff for a movie role.
Come on, big man. Work it, baby. Come on.
So you came back to die with your city.
For this list, we'll be looking at actors who put on considerable muscle mass to play a role in a movie, with special consideration given to those who did so in a relatively brief period of time, or who underwent dramatic physical transformations compared to their previous looks. We'll be including both men and women. Which transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine.
Keep it safe for me.
After an entire trilogy of X-Men movies where he looks like a less burly, less muscular Wolverine compared to his comic book inspiration, Hugh Jackman finally got absolutely shredded to play the lead role in 2013's The Wolverine.
Thanks. Oh.
In order to get the ideal muscly, veiny, animalistic yet cut look for the film, Jackman adhered to a diet recommended by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, which required the actor to eat 6,000 calories a day in tandem with an intense workout regimen. And it seems to have worked, if you look at Jackman's physique in 2000's X-Men compared to the Wolverine. Talk about aging gracefully.
What kind of monster are you? The Wolverine.
Number 19, Josh Brolin, Deadpool 2. In 2018, this actor appeared in not one, but two high-profile comic book movies. While as Thanos, he had the benefits of motion capture CGI makeover to help him fill the sizable shoes of the Mad Titan, playing Cable took good old-fashioned hard work. Considering that Brolin was pushing 50 at the time of filming, both his transformation and his results were incredibly impressive. To play the hulking, time-traveling mutant, he trimmed down and packed on a ton of lean muscle. To do so in just 11 weeks, Brolin says he spent 3 hours a day in the gym and fundamentally altered his diet, including cutting out sugar entirely. In hindsight, he said jokingly, he wishes he'd just used steroids.
Can I have one of those guns?
No.
That's fine.
Number 18, Mark Wahlberg, Pain and Gain.
Life is gonna give me another set, and I'm gonna rock it. Because my name is Daniel Lugo, and I believe in fitness.
Years after his glory days as a muscle-bound Calvin Klein model, Marky Mark regained his former build to play an eccentric bodybuilding ex-con in this crime comedy.
Don't eyeball me, boy. I see your mother driving up and down the street looking at me. I'll be your stepfather by the weekend.
And he did it after having trimmed down to a relatively slim 165 for his role in the 2013 crime thriller Broken City.
You sure you're ready to do this to your father?
In order to look halfway normal-sized next to his 6'5", 265-pound co-star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Wahlberg undertook an intense weight training routine and ate roughly 12 meals a day to pack on 40 pounds in just 2 months.
What the hell are you doing on the ground? That hurts. Well, it's supposed to hurt.
And of course, he had to keep this routine up while he worked long hours on set. Hey, no pain, no gain.
Yes. Come on, big man. Work it, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Number 17, Hilary Swank, $1 Million Baby. To say that this actress made a huge impression with her role in this 2004 sports drama is an understatement.
You moved her up in class.
Swank's performance was absolutely incredible, and she rightfully took home the Academy Award for Best Actress. Of course, in order to be able to play Mary Margaret Maggie Fitzgerald convincingly, the usually thin actress needed to get into boxing shape. So, in preparation for the role, she naturally did a whole lot of boxing-specific training. Working out 4 to 6 hours a day and following a diet aimed at putting on mass, she packed on 19 pounds, which is huge considering her frame and height. She started off at 110 pounds and ended off at 129.
I can't get inside. I can't get close enough to hear her.
You know why that is?
Why?
She's a better fighter than you are, that's why. She's younger, she's stronger, and she's more experienced. Now, what are you gonna do about it?
Number 16, Michael B. Jordan, Creed.
Put up your hands. You a pro, right?
In this spiritual successor to the Rocky franchise, the formerly slight Michael B. Jordan bulked up considerably in order to portray the illegitimate son of Apollo Creed.
I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Jordan did most of his physical fitness training with celebrity trainer and body transformation specialist Corey Calliot, and it was as tough as you would think.
Come on! Come on!
Workouts 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week, and a very bland diet for almost a year contributed to his impressive transformation.
Nobody showed me how to do this. I'm ready.
And because he didn't have a body double for Creed, Jordan also learned to box. The result of all this hard work was 24 pounds of muscle gained, a successful sequel filmed, and the approval of Sylvester Stallone himself earned.
How do you know all this?
How do you think?
Number 15, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Have you ever tried pushing a Jeep up a hill? Unless you're working with a professional, don't, but trust us when we say that it's no small feat. As the star of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first female-led film, Brie Larson had a lot of pressure and expectations on her shoulders.
You guys wouldn't happen to know how these things come off, would you? No? Fine.
Suffice it to say, in her prep to become Captain Marvel, she built up the sort of muscle mass that enables one to carry a heavy load. Larson trained for 9 months to get into superhero shape, and despite being a self-described not super athletic person at the start of it, by the time filming began, she'd put on 15 pounds of muscle. We think the results speak for themselves.
I've been fighting with one arm tied behind my back. But what happens when I'm finally set free?
Number 14, Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
For the first time in my life, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Playing a superhero is tough enough, without the added pressure of also being an Asgardian god.
But who are you? Really?
Fortunately, the 6'4" actor rose to the occasion to play Marvel's God of Thunder so valiantly that when it came time to begin filming, Hemsworth's Thor costume wouldn't even fit. Adding about 20 pounds to tip the scales at 215, he reportedly adopted a high-protein diet and an ever-changing, intense weight training workout. Unfortunately for Hemsworth, between 2011's Thor and 2013's Thor: Dark World, the Aussie actor was cast in Rush as race car driver James Hunt.
All right, superstar?
Never better, Patron.
That meant that he not only had to drop 30 pounds in 4 months, he also had to gain it back before he picked up his hammer again.
Father! We'll finish them together!
Number 13, Emily Blunt, Edge of Tomorrow.
I've tried everything, it doesn't work.
She might be the 21st century Mary Poppins, but before teaching the Banks children manners and important life lessons, Emily Blunt was slicing and dicing her way through hordes of extraterrestrials in this 2014 sci-fi action flick.
Excuse me!
Yes? Who said you could talk to me? I got something on my face, soldier.
You did.
For her role as the heroic Sergeant Rita Vrataski, Emily Blunt had to transform herself into a warrior worthy of her title as the Angel of Verdun. She only had about 2.5 months to prep for the role, but by the time she showed up on set, co-star Tom Cruise reportedly stated that he'd never seen someone arrive so well prepared. Since she'd be filming in an exoskeleton suit weighing up to 85 pounds, she often trained while wearing weighted vests.
No, Kate. You're gonna get me there. And I'm gonna kill it.
Number 12, Tom Hardy, Bronson.
My name's Charles Bronson. And all my life I've wanted to be famous.
Before he was Bane, Tom Hardy was Bronson, and his role as the infamous English criminal prompted him to seriously bulk up. But rather than getting ripped, Hardy needed to look like a guy who spent much of his life in prison, and most of his time there in solitary confinement, meaning he had a chance to attend to his muscles.
You shouldn't mess around with boys who are bigger than you.
He got that brawler look by adding 42 pounds of muscle and fat to his 5'9" frame in roughly 7 weeks, thanks to a diet of chicken, rice, pizza, ice cream, and Coke.
When do I go back? Now, Mr. Peterson, we aren't going to start up all that silliness again, are we?
His workouts involved press-ups, push-ups, and other exercises a prisoner might be able to do. And it worked. Even the real Bronson was impressed. Number 11, John Krasinski, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. It's no secret that we have a soft spot for this celebrity couple. What can we say? They just seem like a perfect match. And sure enough, not long after Emily Blunt got into fighting shape, so too did husband John Krasinski.
What the hell, man? Take it easy. No, you take it easy.
We spent years getting to know Krasinski as the rather lanky Jim Halpert on The Office. Master of pranks and endlessly endearing? Absolutely. Action hero? We never would have seen it. But for his co-starring role in this Michael Bay war film, he got jacked. The goal was lean, clean muscle, and he managed to pack on 25 pounds of it.
So we're chauffeurs now?
Yeah. Highly trained, highly paid chauffeurs.
He was playing a Navy SEAL, and he trained like one, dropping from 25% body fat to 9% in 4 months.
I'm so happy. I can't believe it.
Number 10, Daniel Craig, Casino Royale.
I'm sorry. That last hand nearly killed me.
The name's Buff, James Buff. I mean Bond.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
While not one of the youngest actors on this list, Craig proved in Casino Royale that wisdom is not the only thing that comes with age. Sometimes you can get a killer physique as well. In order to get in shape as perhaps the most built Bond yet, Craig cut the crap from his diet, focusing on quality proteins and greens while minimizing his carb intake, gave up smoking, and began weight training 5 days a week, with cardio on the weekends.
I think something is driving you. And I think I'll never find out what that is.
Fun fact, when Craig learned he had the role, he contacted ex-Royal Marine Simon Watterson, who had trained other movie actors including former Bond Pierce Brosnan.
I know what you're doing.
Really? What's that, dear?
You are just trying to show off the size of your
Engine?
ego.
Number 9, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky 3. Stallone is synonymous with fitness. Over the years, he's transformed his body many times over. 1976's Rocky was a true underdog story, and Sly had a physique to match. Sure, he was in better shape than the average man, but he wasn't movie boxer fit. For the third film in the franchise, however, he reportedly dropped down to a career low of 2.8% body fat, and did so by working out twice a day, 6 days a week, always working towards sleek, well-developed muscles. Of course, he's not the only actor to radically change their body in the name of a boxing role. 2 other notable cases that deserve a mention include Robert De Niro for Raging Bull and Will Smith for Ali.
Shake hands now. Come on, fighting at the back. Take your point.
Number 8, Bradley Cooper, American Sniper.
I just want to get the bad guys, but if I can't see them, I can't shoot them.
Another actor who bulked up to take on a military role, Bradley Cooper went from 185 pounds to a meaty 225 in just 10 weeks to accurately portray U.S. Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle.
Chris, I'm Chris Kyle. Nice to meet you.
To get to his desired size, Cooper took on 2 workouts a day, plus he was reportedly force-fed an over 5,000 calorie a day diet.
That's more than a mile. Impossible shot, Chris.
Cooper also trained as a sniper, a skill he picked up fairly quickly. But even so, the hardest part was eating every 55 minutes. Still, his hard work did pay off, as Cooper received an Oscar nomination for Best Actor, so it was all worth it, right?
Shake, look at me when I'm talking to you. Hey, look at me.
Number 7, Ryan Reynolds, played Trinity and Deadpool.
This little pea shooter. It's a modified version of the Army's objective individual combat weapon. Pick your poison, sundogs, steaks, heat-seeking mini rockets. Basically whatever gets you hard.
Hard as it is to remember after a decade and a half of Ryan the Bod Reynolds, there was a time when this actor wasn't ripped as well as hilarious.
Okay, first off, that's just rude. Second, I'm pretty sure we saved your ass back there.
When he signed on to play Hannibal King, he had a good physique, but it was more frat boy hot, as shown in Van Wilder. For Blade Trinity, he made his torso look like that of a Greek god. The actor added roughly 25 pounds of muscle, understandably wowing audiences when that shirt came off in the 2004 film. He's largely maintained an incredible physique ever since, but when he signed on to play the Merc with a Mouth, he packed on an additional 7 pounds of muscle.
He made 3 of those movies. At some point you have to wonder if he's just a bad parent.
Number 6, Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw.
I can handle the rules, man. I handle the rules. Believe me, I grew up in the system. I can handle the rules.
If you're going to play an undefeated professional boxer, you gotta look like one. And Jake Gyllenhaal certainly did in Southpaw.
A subtext of hatred, anger, revenge.
In contrast to the unusually lanky build he took on for Nightcrawler just 1 year prior that resulted from his 30-pound weight loss, Gyllenhaal gained roughly 15 pounds of pure muscle for Southpaw by training twice a day, 7 days a week. Those intense training sessions also helped him learn the fundamentals of the sport so he could appear to be a seasoned fighter in the ring.
That's all you got, huh? That's all you got, huh?
That dedication paid off, as Gyllenhaal was praised for his performance, both as an actor and a boxer.
I was really looking forward to just showing up, walking the ring, and then having him fall on the ground.
Number 5, Chris Pratt, Zero Dark 30.
Okay, so how do you know it's Bin Laden?
You may have been expecting us to choose his star-making role in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he did manage a significant transformation for that movie, considering he'd just gained 60 pounds for 2013's Delivery Man.
Well, you see, this is a complex situation.
But Parks and Rec's lovable goofball Andy Dwyer first became a muscled hunk for Zero Dark 30.
You really believe this story? I mean, no offense, I know, but Osama Bin Laden?
Whereas for Guardians, Pratt had the help of a trainer and nutritionist. For Catherine Bigelow's action thriller, he bulked up the unhealthy way by starving himself and pushing his body as hard as he could. Despite his resulting need for shoulder surgery, the move seems to have worked, and Pratt successfully exercised his way to leading man status.
I'm cool with it.
Number 4, Linda Hamilton, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. The key to surviving the early 1990s? Making sure that Sarah Connor doesn't think that you're a Terminator sent from the future to kill her son, because that's a fight you're gonna lose.
You broke my arm!
There are 215 bones in the human body. That's one.
By the time we caught up with Linda Hamilton's character in the sequel, she'd become a tough-as-nails, fierce, resourceful, and thoroughly pragmatic individual. And Hamilton developed a physique to match her character.
I think you're so creative. You don't know what it's like to really create something, to create a life. Feel it growing inside you. All you know how to create is death and destruction.
Mom! She got lean and sinewy in a way that had rarely been seen before or since from a leading actress on the big screen. In preparation for the role, Hamilton embraced military-style training, and it paid off in spades. Number 3, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel. For many people, Henry Cavill is the definition of the superhero body.
Wouldn't be much of a surrender if I resisted. And if it makes him feel more secure, then all the better for it.
The caped crime fighters seen in comic books are known for their unrealistic broad shoulders, massive biceps, and just generally exaggerated musculature. Physiques that are impossible. Well, at least as far as heroes on the big screen go, Cavill has brought the human body just about as close as you can get. What makes this Superman actor's accomplishment so impressive is that his body, back in the day, would have been best described as relatively soft. As a kid, he was teased for his weight, but for his 2011 role in Immortals, he got freaking cut before bulking up in a huge way for his debut as Superman in 2013's Man of Steel.
You think you can threaten my mother?
Number 2, Chris Evans, Captain America: The First Avenger, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was a close race between Henry Cavill and Chris Evans on this list. Though Cavill has arguably put on more bulk, Evans has packed on an impressive amount of mass and maintained a high level of muscle definition. In short, he's both jacked and cut, to a ridiculous degree.
Soldiers trust each other. That's what makes it an army, not a bunch of guys running around shooting guns.
More impressive still, he seemingly only continued to improve his physique with each subsequent appearance as Steve Rogers. Evans is naturally slim, so it took hard work to widen his frame, and he achieved his goals by prioritizing tried and true exercises like squats, deadlifts, and chin-ups. It's hard to argue with the results.
I can do this all day.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Gerard Butler, 300.
Dispatch the Phocians to the goat path. Pray to the gods. Nobody tells the Persians about it.
Ben Affleck, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Well, here I am.
Adam Driver, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Why did you hate your father? Do you have something, a cowl or something you can put on?
Alicia Vikander, Tomb Raider. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Christian Bale, Batman Begins.
What is the point of all those push-ups if you can't even lift a bloody log?
This committed thespian is remarkable not only because of the seemingly superhuman bodybuilding he did to star in Batman Begins, but also because of where he started out.
Hey, perfect fit.
In 2004, Bale lost 62 pounds for his role in The Machinist by subsisting on water, apples, coffee, and not much else.
I was crossing the street. Lights changed on me.
He was left with roughly 6 months after filming concluded to pack on the 100 pounds necessary to play a convincing Batman. With the help of a trainer, pizza, and ice cream, he did it, and he even surpassed his goal enough that he had to lose weight before filming began.
Who knows, Master Wayne? You start pretending to have fun, you might even have a little by accident.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.